Welcome to the future. Welcome to Bitcoin enthusiasts. Good afternoon on this 30th of May in the year 2024. How are you? We can see live that you are here in the chat. We greet EC, Crypto Stars, LV, who never misses, Rafa, GXter, Luis. Well, thank you very much to all of you for joining us in this monthly review where we bring the most interesting updates from Bit2Me and also, of course, a bit about the ecosystem where interesting things keep happening. As always, we have Giovanny with us. How are you doing, Giovanny?
Hello, Javi. How are you? Hello, Bit2Me users. It's a pleasure to be here again for another month with all of you. Thank you for the support. And well, precisely that is it. They are the news we have during the month we have had. The ones that are, for example, promotions, campaigns that we still have active, and never better than what you tell us at the beginning of each chat, of each conference call. Encourage us a little to see how the market is doing overall, what's happening, and then we'll get to it.
Well, as they say, there exists a phrase that states that in decades, nothing happens, but there are weeks in which decades happen. And I firmly believe that we are currently experiencing that pivotal moment within the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Although you know that I am a staunch supporter of Bitcoin, it must be acknowledged that the news of this past month is very positive for the entire ecosystem in general, which is, as you all know, the approval of Ethereum ETFs, which has also sparked some controversy. And, well, everyone has their own opinion. But for those of you who are Ethereum holders and like the idea of a decentralized global computer, that's the proposal that Ethereum makes. So the fact that the SEC, the US regulator, has approved a product just as it did with Bitcoin 4 months ago is not only a positive sign for Ethereum, but it also opens the door for future proposals or acceptance attempts by other projects, other cryptocurrencies to have this regulated vehicle through these funds that manage so much wealth. So it could be a possibility. Why is the approval of Ethereum exchange-traded funds good news? Well, because essentially we were discussing Bitcoin and the influx of capital that is currently taking place. To provide an idea, they currently control these funds, the renowned 9 funds approved by BlackRock, Bannock, Fidelity, and all the other funds, with a total of more than 1 million Bitcoins, which is truly astonishing. Although Grayscale is currently being sold on Ethereum, they have received approval. It is true, they are completing administrative brochures for the official launch, which is estimated to take place in approximately 1 month to a month and a half, indicating a potential release in the month of July. It is crucial to remember, particularly if you have Ethereum positions, that the identical company Grayscale, which possessed a substantial amount of Bitcoin and initially encountered a noteworthy correction when the exchange-traded funds were authorized, is currently reducing the pace of its selling from approximately 630,000 Bitcoin to the present 280 or thereabouts that they possess in Ethereum. What is the significance of this? If they also maintain the commission with Ethereum, the 1.5% commission they had with Bitcoin, that could impact the price at the time of the ETF veil launch. Despite it potentially being good news in the medium and long term, I would advise caution in the short term, although I could be wrong, okay? Because you never know with these things. I also want to share my opinion that, as we were discussing earlier here with Miguel Angel and Giovanny, talking a bit about the role Bitcoin plays in investors' portfolios. We are discussing it as a solid, immutable asset with a specific and concrete value proposition, which is to store wealth over long periods of time without anyone or anything being able to change the properties of that asset, which is Bitcoin. This characteristic makes Bitcoin an attractive option for investors looking for stability and long-term wealth preservation. When it comes to Ethereum, it is indeed true that the discourse has evolved over the years since its launch in 2014 to 2015, with different proposals and objectives being put forward and pursued. The first and most well-known was the launch of ICOs. If you remember what it was, the possibility of issuing tokens within the network to democratize the funding of different actors globally so that you could launch a token and be funded from anywhere in the world by purchasing those tokens. On the other hand, in 2021, we had the more specific narrative of DeFi and NFTs, which also led to a significant and interesting price increase. And what are we talking about now? And this was said by Larry Fink 6 months ago, the CEO of BlackRock. He was talking about the tokenization of real assets, which is something you will start hearing more and more about from the RWA. RWA stands for real world assets. Therefore, the real world assets or real world assets, the concept they currently have with this value proposition that is initially going to fulfill or want to fulfill with Ethereum is to transfer representations of various assets, whether real or financial, such as stocks, such as bonds, to the Ethereum blockchain technology, which is a decentralized and secure digital ledger. This is one of the proposals being considered, aiming for a global financial system to operate through this network in 10 years, looking ahead 10 years. The approval of the ETFs is a vote of confidence, a push for that to happen. Yes, it is a significant development, right? So I do not want to downplay it at all, even though, I am a staunch supporter of Bitcoin because, well, it is good news for all of you who also consider diversifying and having other cryptocurrencies because, well, they can have a real world application and provide additional opportunities for investment and financial growth.
Another thing that is happening, Giovanni, if I don't ramble too much before Javi continues, in fact, we have conducted a poll on whether you bought Ethereum before or after the ETF news. Before, after, or I haven't bought yet. Currently, 37% before, 6% after, and 57% haven't bought yet.
Well, another thing that I think is super important and happening in these weeks is the campaign. As we know, there will be elections now in November in the US. And what Donald Trump is saying, one of the two candidates, we have Biden with the Democrats, we have Trump with the Republicans. And what is the good old Trump conveying to us at an event that took place during this past weekend? Well, as you know, there are approximately 50 million residents or 50 million Americans who own Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. He has stated that he will defend the right of all those who wish to hold their cryptocurrencies in custody, and he will also free Ross Ulbricht, the creator of the well-known deep web Silk Road, who has been incarcerated for a period of 12 years. Additionally, he enjoys the typical support of numerous individuals who are enthusiasts of Bitcoin. So, what we have here, what's important about this? Not Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is a politician, and we already know that politicians are there to fish and gain power. Here, the interesting aspect is the literal application of game theory. What exactly is game theory? Well, a lot of people, and I'm sure this has happened to you when you've talked about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and what they are capable of doing. You've been told that the government is going to ban it, that the government won't let it happen. Well, what we're seeing now is that when there is a critical mass of the population with interest in owning Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, the political power to ensure winning an election as a candidate tells you that they will defend the rights of those individuals. So the opposing party, which is the Democratic Party, is becoming more flexible, much lighter, much friendlier with all the legislation they were carrying against the world of cryptocurrencies. Why? Because they see that if they go against it, all that mass of votes will go to vote for Trump. That is to say, we are currently in the first elections, in the primary electoral race, where Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have become a political weapon, and that is also what will occur in the United States. Unlike Spain, for example, private property, which is what Bitcoin really is, not private property, is much more defended and much more internalized by its culture. So we see a 180-degree change from what the politicians were saying. During the Trump era, he was belligerent against Bitcoin 4 years ago and talked about how the dollar will always be the currency. For him to say this now, to me, seems super, super relevant. And on the political front, we can also highlight a third piece of news, which I believe is the meeting that took place in El Salvador between representatives of the government of Argentina and the government of El Salvador. We are observing how my legislation is continuously journeying to the United States to search for partnerships, investors, primarily companies located in the Silicon Valley area. Furthermore, it is worth noting that in Central America, there is a significant movement led by Bukele, who is attracting wealth. This week, Bukele met with Casey Wood, the CEO of ARK Invest, to discuss the possibility of creating an innovation hub. There are also suspicions or rumors that the Argentine government, which has a libertarian approach, may consider Bitcoin as legal tender or explore other considerations inspired by the developments in El Salvador. This indicates that the pace of change is accelerating at a brutal speed, and we can expect further developments in the near future. In Spain, we have other matters to address. We want political authority to prioritize accumulating Bitcoin as an alternative, as a reserve, and to have the ability to pay pensions that will be forthcoming to all of us. However, well, that's another topic I won't delve into. So that's a bit of the current situation, Giovanni. I think everything that's happening is quite interesting.
That's right, Javi. Thank you very much, as always. You really put us in context because it's almost impossible for most people to stay updated on the news, the current state of the industry, and especially the whole focus that Bitcoin brings to the entire industry. That being said, we are not entirely leaving Bitcoin because we are having a giveaway, but we are going to connect Bitcoin a little with BM. Why? Because as you already know, we had Bitcoin Pizza Day on May 22nd. So to celebrate with our entire community and our customers, we have decided that from May 22nd until tomorrow, May 31st, every purchase you make with the BME card, both physical and virtual, will earn you an entry for the Euro 3000 BM giveaway among 3 winners, meaning Euro 1000 in BM per winner. So the more entries, the better. That being said, it's quite simple, but important. You have to register as a participant on the website or through the BME app, update to the latest version, go to the left tab where you'll see promotions. It will ask you for a code. We'll leave the link here. And the code in this case is UGPISA24. And if you have any questions, you'll have the option to check the legal terms. But basically, that's it. By using BitMeCAD, you'll be able to enter the draw and have a chance to win amazing prizes offered by BitMeCAD.
For all of you who may not know, which I imagine many of you do, as Giovanni was saying, on May 22nd, 13 or 14 years ago, Laszlo placed the first order, posted about it, and said he was willing to pay 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas. Well, the famous Papa John's responded, sent him the 2 pepperoni pizzas, and the guy, he has been interviewed many times. If you look up information on Laszlo, you will see it. But the guy kept mining, and now he is, the guy is very well positioned in the cryptocurrency industry and has achieved significant success.
How much were the pizzas?
How much it would be now, but it's outrageous because 10,000 Bitcoins, if we are at $67,000, that's about $670 million.
It was not the first time, however. A considerable number of us have also had the experience of pain afterwards on multiple occasions.
Yesterday, something cool happened to me. We were in Alicante at the Chamber of Commerce. We did a training session there at the port. Super cool. And there were people who mentioned they had attended another talk we did 6 months ago. In these talks, I usually send them Euro 1 through the Lightning Network, and they showed me how much that Euro was worth. The Euro I sent them 6 months ago, and now it was worth 2. So it brings you excitement to witness how, well, over time we are materializing, we are substantiating that our predictions are indeed accurate.
Absolutely. In reality, on occasion, you can quickly observe and identify what you are commenting on. When we go to talks at universities and such and do that practice, the truth is that someone has to be thinking about you again. So great.
So the raffle, we hope you enjoyed a delicious pizza, that you took beautiful photos for cherished memories. For sure, some of you definitely did. We had an amazing and delicious lunch at the office there at BME. It was truly great, right? It was a fantastic experience. All of this also arises clearly, Giovanni, because of the issue with feedback that has been raised. We are always asking you to send us ideas, comments, reflections. And well, today we are joined by Miguel Angel, whom we will now give the floor. But prior to that, Giovanni, for those who may not know and are watching us, let's remember what we do at Bit2Me using Bit2Me feedback to enhance the service and interaction that users have with the platform.
Super important, really. As we have mentioned, BifitBuzz is currently one of the most important tools because it is the voice of the user. Literally, it is that way, because not only can the whole community take part by adding an idea, but they can also cast a vote on it, make comments, because perhaps they wish to enhance the idea from their viewpoint and keep track of it at that particular time. Then, it is also very well organized. We obviously have some small rules that will guide us on how it works, but it is precisely designed for that purpose, specifically to be the voice of the user. Why is it designed this way, you may ask? Because the product managers, part of the team, is keeping track of all those proposals to place them in the states that appear at the top left, which can be under consideration, planned, in progress, done, or discarded. Agreed? So we have a couple of incredibly fascinating things here for you to take a look at and explore. Above, we have the ideas section, and next is the roadmap. That part of the roadmap is quite interesting. Why? Because with a brief glance, we can observe the 52 under consideration, the 19 planned, the 17 in progress, and the 48 we have already completed, which are not few in number, where you have the opportunity, for instance, to earn Space Center points based on the quantity of tokens we possess.
So Giovanni, someone who wants to track the traceability of what we are progressing, working on, developing, can come here to see their proposal and check its current status.
Then, in addition to that, we also have the trading or the most voted options, going back to the ideas, to the idea tab in the interface.
That's great. That's great. Use it. It's a useful tool that provides interaction, especially for those more involved in the day-to-day with the BME community and know the demands in the Telegram group and other chats.
Precisely. That is the reason why on this particular occasion, we had a strong desire to have Miguel Angel as part of our team. I'll give you the one about the community. The truth is that I'm always very excited to be with the community, both at events, reading their comments, interacting, and this time, as this is the user's voice we were talking about, we want Miguel Angel to tell us about his experience and what he would like to see next.
How are you, Miguel? Good afternoon. How are you?
Hello, very well. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Javier, Giovanny, community. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here with you and share a few minutes.
No problem, dude. It's a pleasure. Honestly, he's a super active person within the community, and you probably know many things better than some of us on the BB team. We've had the opportunity to meet him at some in-person events, and we truly appreciate all the interaction with the community this time, Miguel Angel. Thank you very much for your valuable contributions and dedication to the community. Well, inform us. I have no knowledge, a little about the ongoing happenings. If you desire, we can also converse about some of the topics we were discussing previously.
How do you perceive it, Miguel Angel, in connection with the Bit2Me feedback tool? I genuinely believe it is an incredible tool for all users who utilize the services provided by Bit2Me, as it offers us the opportunity to implement the needs or improvements we want to introduce on the platform in a seamless and efficient manner. Well, in this situation, there are several proposals that I find extremely fascinating, which I have cast my vote on and have garnered a substantial number of votes and are presently in the process, like the report on earnings and losses. I find it to be a rather interesting proposition because currently on our application platform, you have the ability to see profits and losses over different timeframes, but it is in relation to the prevailing market prices. Many of us desire to easily view our cryptocurrency portfolio's profits or losses by selecting a cryptocurrency and time frame, as it influences our future decisions to sell, buy, etc. We wish to have a button that provides a quick look at the profits or losses we have at that moment, enabling us to make informed decisions. I observe that it is currently in progress, and I have an optimistic outlook that this tool can be put into action in the near future.
It's great because, of course, if you're staking, making exchanges, using the MasterCard, having a tracking and saying, okay, to prepare for next year, if I have to file taxes, I roughly know how much I need to have ready to pay and such, and you can keep it more up to date. I think this also gives it more visibility.
Among the designs that received the most votes, we have Dark Mode, the dark design. I know that you are also a follower of dark mode, which is why I wanted to mention it. I have made a request. Several users have raised it because it is true that although it may not seem very useful at first, I don't know, for many users who may not need it, but for users like us who spend quite a few hours on the phone, it really becomes quite annoying and bothersome. And very advantageous for Bit2Me, because at present on the web version we already have or can already enjoy the dark mode, but it is still lacking in the app, and I see that this proposal is also in progress and eagerly looking forward to experiencing it soon to make the overall experience of having the app open more enjoyable and convenient.
That Leaf, as he hears you, he'll do it fast, I'm telling you.
Certainly. In fact, ultimately, he also examines some of the product managers who are consistently providing precise responses to the inquiries that are posed. But yes, he ultimately examines, and here he will listen to us. That being said, Javi, regarding what we were discussing off camera, would you like to make a comment with Miguel Angel?
Well, no, I mean, I think it is a very good initiative that Miguel Angel is joining us today, but also that other individuals from the community who follow us and have direct communication with Giovanny can participate and provide us with those tips, advice, or engage in a conversation about something. Miguel Angel asked an interesting question. If you want, we can discuss it. No problem if not, of course. What Javi was saying to me, do you think in the next cycle, right, talking about the bullish cycles we have experienced since all this started, will the same behavior repeat itself? And reflecting on, sure, I believe that what has happened with the ETFs on January 10th, and now with Ethereum marks a before and after in the track record we have from the other 4 cycles. In the other 4 cycles, let's say we have lived in a retail market and in a market that has not had regulation or institutional actors. So I was telling Miguel Angel that I think that despite serving as a reference in the bullish price movement, what we will experience from now on, which is the real deal, the people who truly have money in the world will be able to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies. And the role that the companies we are intermediating will have, well, I believe it will be historic. I think it will be the real deal. You may have heard it, but I believe it's going to be the greatest wealth transfer our generation will experience. Undoubtedly, undoubtedly. Now, this is not advice for investing, so please refrain from risking all your assets on it. However, it appears to be extremely promising, doesn't it? Consider all the developments taking place.
Javi, we have a question. Jose Jurado mentioned feedback in the app. In fact, Miguel Angel, you were commenting on the fact that it is one of the options that has received the most votes. We return to the same thing. Go to the search engine, search for Bit2Me feedback in the application, and you will see it, so you can vote on it, and we can make that possibility a little more streamlined or take it into consideration more. Then there are also a couple of questions that we will leave for later. Is that okay? So as usual, we will just copy that down without any changes.
I'm unsure if we have that. I'm unsure if I got them internally, but I'm unsure if we have that answered, but well, we'll handle it later. Well, hey, feel free to stay if you want, Miguel Angel. We're going. We will continue with the updates we have received from BME. Obviously, we always talk about Giovanny, Miguel Angel, about Bitcoin. We have talked about Ethereum. But of course, all of you who are live are also thinking about BM. And we were discussing this before the show. According to Miguel Angel, using the platform and having BM is great for him because he has interaction and continuous use of the services, which he finds excellent. So what I was saying is, yes, indeed. Now we've been in a sideways range for a while, and the token does have a stable price and has a utility that enhances interaction with the platform and gives you advantages or better percentages when staking, when making a payment, when using BB Pro or the wallet or whatever. Then obviously with that scale we have from Space Center and BM taking you to level 7 much faster, it makes perfect sense. So what are we going to do? Well, on June 18th at 6 p.m.
We will have Nil, who was with us a couple of months ago, We will have the next special with the following steps and what we have already done, which Nil was not in the previous special telling us about the anniversary of Space Center, about the next steps with BM. Nil's presence in the upcoming special will provide valuable insights on the progress made and future plans involving BM. So we will have to We were asking for it a lot, exactly as you say, on the 18th at 6 p.m. And that is the precise location where the question will be answered, not by us, but by Neil on the 18th day of the month of the year.
Perfect. Well, with open arms, we warmly welcome Neil, who is always a sensation when he arrives, and you all truly adore him. They are doing an outstanding job. I believe it is incredibly impactful, and they are genuinely dedicating themselves to it. They are actively seeking interaction, aiming to provide more useful features. And well, I believe in the upcoming months, as we previously discussed, if you examine Google Trends, the search for the term Bitcoin, you will observe that it is in the fourth part of the interest it had in 2021, despite the current price level we are at. What do I mean by this? Those individuals, those new investors or participants who enter each market in each cycle, new individuals obviously have not arrived yet. And in that sense, I believe that apart from the opening we will have in other Latin American countries, we send you greetings. We see individuals from Peru, Argentina, Colombia, with that new interest. When the price starts to move, the market starts to grow, and more individuals join, it will be interesting. So nothing. Well, we eagerly anticipate June 18th. Delighted for Neil to come by here once again and share his insights and expertise with us.
One of the products we have launched prior to your continuation is equally as important as the topic we are currently discussing regarding Bit2Me card, BM. In the Telegram chat, there are several users who do not mention the BM holder counter, which is quite surprising. It is uncertain whether they can currently display it on the screen. As of now, there are 89,403 token holders. For more information about the token, you can visit their website. Our growth has been remarkable over the past few months, thanks to our efforts, such as the BM Weeks and BM Holder Week. Recently, there was a promotional offer where purchases made with Bit2Me CAD had the opportunity for a 2-for-1 deal. By holding a minimum of 10,000 BM tokens for 6 months, users could receive this offer. Holding these 10,000 BM tokens also provided the chance to avail a 2-for-1 deal on purchases with CAD for BB. We extend our gratitude to Jose for displaying the number of BM holders. The community's continuous support and attention to our tokens' performance is highly appreciated. Our figures reflect positive progress. We believe we are currently in a phase of consolidation and accumulation. If everything proceeds as usual in the upcoming months, we may observe similar patterns from previous cycles. Long-term holders may find satisfaction in this, but please note that this is not financial advice. We always express hope, but it is crucial to assess the situation as it unfolds.
Well, one of the products we have launched this month, we have organized and structured it, okay? Well, we already had a service called OTC Bit2Me. OTC stands for over the counter, which is for purchases by high net worth individuals starting from Euro 50,000. We provide a personalized service. What's going on? Well, with the movement happening in the banking and traditional financial sector, we need a service called BME Wealth. This service allows corporations, financial institutions, or clients with significant assets who want to invest a large capital to do so with BME. It focuses on security, service, and support for companies or corporations looking to invest significant capital. We have developed this platform called Bit2Me Wealth. There is interest from several users, as we have mentioned it in the Telegram group. Some were unaware of this service we offer, as we have referred to it before. Our suite is 360, offering various services tailored to different individuals, from regular users to professionals, companies, and in this case, for businesses or high net worth individuals. The platform provides a comprehensive range of services to cater to the diverse needs of individuals, including regular users, professionals, companies, and high net worth individuals seeking to invest significant capital. In addition to this service, it provides a series of advantages. For example, with BM loan that we have discussed before, which is the possibility that if you have Bitcoin and want liquidity but do not want to sell your Bitcoin because the expectation is that the price will keep rising, then you can use it as collateral. You leave it to Bit2Me. Bit2Me provides 50% liquidity, okay? And then you return it so you don't lose that Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin's price goes up, well, Literally, what people with a lot of money do is not get rid of their real assets, but collateralize them and get more liquidity. Because in the case of Bitcoin, that's what's going to happen in the coming months and years globally. You'll be able to use your Bitcoin as collateral, and banks, companies, Bit2Me will give you liquid money so you can use it without getting rid of it. Obviously, they will charge you a percentage. With BME Wealth, we can provide users of this service with an increase of up to 40% in options, offering a significant improvement.
I also think it's interesting how, as you were saying, among the services are conditions and fees tailored to you, exclusive and priority attention also for support, possible doubts, customized conditions, what was said about loans, and personalized access to large capitals with staking. So please take a look if you believe you are individuals who can benefit from this service. We already have the link there to contact us, so feel free to reach out. We will assist you with great care and provide the necessary support.
Giovanny, we have made operational improvements in both the application and some redesigns, particularly regarding the redesign of crypto withdrawals. There is now a much more intuitive, comprehensive, and easy-to-use window. Additionally, for the details of the operations that have been carried out, I am unsure if we have an image. However, we do have a small image that indicates, among other things, that the service has been improved and the performance has been enhanced, all while ensuring security and complying with legal requirements.
So we also appreciate the patience and continue to improve. And among those, the truth is that people are very pleased. They are comfortable with what we are doing. Thank you. And in these improvements to the withdrawal flow, it is much more convenient, much more intuitive in terms of detail and anything, we have feedback to enhance and improve our services.
And speaking of improvements, hey, congratulations to the developers who are always there improving all those details that you eventually notice when using the product, the platform daily, because you want it to work as best as possible and everything to be as easy to find. And then we also have the Space Center, which remains a tool that I find extremely fascinating, because if you are a Bit2Me user, as you are aware, we have a points program that spans from level 0 to level 7. Depending on the level you have achieved, you will have the opportunity to avail a range of benefits, discounts, and bonuses on nearly all products that are available in our extensive selection of merchandise.
That is correct. It is a loyalty program that is currently commencing to interact with the complete suite, indicating that by utilizing the suite, you will accumulate points, and these points will enable you to advance and experience improved advantages and exclusive discounts. That being said, there are also many missions that you unknowingly accomplish, such as buying, selling, exchanging, or using the Beamer service. For example, not only do you receive daily rewards, but also points.
Just like we have the possibility right now that if you want to use our Bit2Me Pro service for trading, you also have discounts up to 50% depending on the level of Space Center you currently have. Sorry, Giovanni, now that you're right there going through that part of the website, Jose, if you want to go up a bit in those 3-4 squares there we can maybe set ourselves, for example, at a level 4, at a level 5, okay? If you press, what you'll see is within each service, within each product, the bonus, the advantage you'd have if you were to reach that level. For example, a 50% bonus on all transactions, 50% on wallet, 25% on Bit2Me Pro, 3% on the card, and Bit2Me earn up to 22.5% more of the cryptos you have. So at every single level, if you click there, you will be able to see the advantages. If you scroll down a little more, Josefa, at the bottom, you will find the calculator tool to calculate the benefits. In the calculator that you can see, you can observe the number of points you have, the requirements you have fulfilled, all right? You can activate and deactivate them, and what the website will do is calculate how many points you need or what you would have to achieve to move up to the next level and enjoy the best conditions.
We possess it on the website and in the app also in the 3 dots. As soon as we access the Space Center within the BME loyalty program, we additionally possess the levels calculator. That being said, you also reminded me that we have the option of fast track with BM, meaning if you want to reach a level, for example, I want to reach level 5 because it's my goal, then by purchasing BM directly, you can reach that level directly and achieve your goal faster. That being said, the mission of BM has no expiration date, and you can enjoy those types of exclusive services and discounts for an indefinite period of time as long as you do not sell them, but rather hold on to them, which is fantastic. Fantastic. Would you like to include any additional information, Miguel Angel, regarding the Face Center? Well, it is absolutely wonderful. Why? Because of the incredible benefits it provides on a daily basis. It is true that initially it may be costly to reach the highest levels, but in my case, it was quite easy because I started using all the services of BME from the beginning, or most of them, such as the Pro, the Card, etc. So as missions were added at the Space Center, specifically these last two, the Car and the Pro, suddenly there was an incredible burst of points. It took me a couple of levels. I went up a couple of levels at that moment, so I see it. Let's go. Fabulous. Please keep in mind that when a mission is added, it counts the points earned in the previous 12 months. In my case, it meant moving up a couple of levels, so I'm absolutely thrilled. Does it have a kind of all-encompassing retroactive nature, right? In this positive case, when new missions are added to the Speed Center, they are usually done retroactively, and it counts everything you have operated or acted on in that specific mission during the previous 12 months. In my case, as I was fortunate to use the card frequently in the past and continue to use it today, and utilized and continue to utilize it professionally, when those missions opened, it automatically advanced by 2 levels. Look, here is a question that many internet users are asking, saying, I don't know why I've dropped from level 1 to 0, but I can't do more to log in daily. One option is to earn points for free by logging in daily and validating the day at the Space Center. We can earn up to 500 points, which often gives us the chance to level up. As the Tantanet user mentioned, you can recover them by logging in daily. There are 3 blocks, 7 days, 15 days, and 30 days. After 30 days, you'll regain those points for free. It's a great opportunity to increase your level and enjoy the benefits of the Space Center.
Hello, there is a comment from FJC stating that we should add grab Bitcoin in the earn section of Bit2Me feedback. If you have not done it yet, we strongly encourage you to do so. I believe it is a good idea, and perhaps we have not taken it into consideration. But if you leave it there, I do not think it would be difficult to implement. Therefore, please take a look, visit the Space Center website, and check out the topics we have discussed and the new missions that are being added. Additionally, in order to enhance the conditions of all the products you possess, I think that would be fantastic. Now, let us proceed to the new coins and listings we have for this month, which are quite numerous, both in the wallet, pro, and earn sections. I have made a note to provide you with some information about these coins. Some of them have been in the ecosystem for a while others are new. However, what are their purposes? Let us begin with the ones we have listed on Bit2Me Pro, where we also conducted a draw this month. It was a contest where if you purchased any of these coins, you would receive a €10 cashback. The coins included Sole, Gmike, and Corium. Currently, we have these 2 coins available on Bit2Me Pro, where you can utilize a high-frequency trading platform with spot limit orders. Therefore, for those who are interested, you can find the trading pairs for these 2 coins there. And in earnings, we have incorporated Chromia and Celestia. The Celestia that I recall you have been requesting for a lengthy period for quite a while now. In terms of deposits and withdrawals, we have incorporated Accredit, Injective Protocol, and the Rose Network, which was also a network that some of you were utilizing for your transactions. All right, and then within the wallet, which cryptocurrencies can you find? And in general, what would be their standout characteristic? Well, it would be BIM, which is a currency that advocates or prioritizes privacy and scalability. Following that, we would have Ribbon Finance, which is going to be a platform for implementing automated investment strategies. I have not used it, but it is there, representing a decentralized lending platform for lending stablecoins and other types of currencies. Ondo, on the other hand, is a decentralized finance infrastructure that aims to provide a robust framework for financial activities in the decentralized finance space. Velodrome Finance, which is also for peer-to-peer exchange, allows you to connect with others seamlessly. KRAT, which would be a stablecoin backed by gold. All right, for individuals who are interested in stablecoins, it might be worth taking a look because it is said to be backed by actual gold reserves, which could provide increased stability and confidence in its value. Then Solehimic, which we have mentioned, and Corium, which you can find in the wallet and in progress. To view coins or review and delve deeper into each within the wallet, you know you have the star with newly listed coins. Click on the filter and there you'll see all of them in detail.
Okay, on the other hand, a Webster user is also referring to it. They were saying BME should put the link to their fantastic academy, Bit2Me Academy here. Indeed, you can access all the latest articles and more directly from the website or in the application on the left side tab as well. That being said, Javi just reminded me that we still have the giveaway active where we are distributing over 10000. Let me check here, over 10000 Concordium. All right, at this moment, we are in phase 3. So if it began on May 1st, phase 3 will continue until August 1st, 2024. That is the entirety of it. We're going to share the link here for you to take a look. And to the Academy, as mentioned, thank you very much for making the Western comment. We are truly very proud of the Academy as well. And thanks to all of you.
Well, and we continue. On the other hand, within the partnerships that we always establish every month at BME with companies or institutions, this month we announced, and this was covered in all financial media outlets. In fact, there was a press conference at the offices of the banking consortium called CK Bank, which is a wholesale banking group, where we announced the alliance led by Abel Peña, Gabriel Ayala, and also attended by Andre. From all these discussions they have been having in recent months, with the entry of the MiCA law that will come into effect at the end of this year. As you know, on January 1st, 2025, it will allow traditional banks to sell to their customers or offer services related to the purchase, sale, and custody of crypto assets. So Bit2Me has already closed a collaboration agreement directly with SECA Bank, and SECA Bank has direct communication with all banks nationwide. This is positive. This is incredibly important and positive because it positions the company in a very advantageous place for visibility and to promote all the services, all the products that we have, and also for banks to foster adoption, create awareness of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in the market. And we also witnessed this with a news update from MasterCard that I am not aware if you have come across, but it is also of great significance that they have introduced a product known as Cryptocredential on a global scale. And they made this announcement on their social media platform. And indeed, we are also involved in the back-end agreement that is propelling this entire movement, facilitated by a massive corporation like MasterCard, enabling the global transmission and reception of cryptocurrencies. So on one hand, we have the banking sector that is already positioning itself and moving and aligning directly with Bit2Me, as announced in the media. On the other hand, we have MasterCard, with whom we also work. You know, we have the card, and that it will allow using their infrastructure to move cryptos through their platform.
Yep, Javi, actually exactly in that alliance, MasterCard and BME have formed a strategic partnership enabling BME card users in Argentina, Colombia, Mexico, and Brazil, which is a highly sought after development. We return to the same old thing, go to big feedback, utilize and back those types of proposals because we are following along with everything they request of us. We are attentive to it. And among the alliance you were mentioning, Javi, is that one, in fact, when you can read the article calmly, you will see it.
And why has this been possible? Among other factors, it is thanks to the work being done by the compliance team. We received an award this month, a triple certification known as ISO 37001. So why is this important? Because in the end, all that recognition and all those awards that the company is receiving for the work that the compliance department is doing are essential to be able to close alliances with the banking sector, with the payment processor sector, credit card sector, and to continue growing Bit2Me. So we also want to share all of this with you. We witnessed Joao's compliance team being presented with this award at that event, and we understand how incredibly significant it is for the growth and future of BME. We have a lot of news and updates, so much so that we've messed with our colleague. I've already sent him the link, exactly what you were talking about regarding the news of the triple certification of complaint. So you know that Jose always likes the gossip that has a bit of spice there that he will later say, damn man, it's total, but well, it's time. It was time to say it. Another thing that I think is more, this affects BB and affects the whole community. Jose, I'm going to send you the link so you can show it if we don't have it in the rundown. I believe so. However, just in the event that that is the legal action that we recently emerged victorious in as BME, the acronym for our organization. I don't know if you are aware, and this is very, very interesting, at least to me it seems so. Bit2Me uses the Bitcoin logo like all platforms, like many people. It is a public logo. There was an individual in Spain who registered the trademark for Bitcoin and also obtained the registration for the logo and image rights. They sued us for using the Bitcoin trademark, so we had to go to court to defend ourselves in the legal battle. Well, so last week, the resolution of that trial came out where it gives reason to BME that it is a public brand and a brand that anyone can use, that it is not owned by anyone, and that this person registered it in bad faith to try to profit economically. So this is good, as it sets a precedent not only in Spain, but could set a global precedent so that no one on the entire planet can obtain the Bitcoin brand in a particular private way. So that was a triumph achieved by Fernando Ramos, Javier Maestre, and the entire legal team. And hey, I think it's a victory for everyone, and having BB involved in the matter seems great to me personally.
Actually, in the identical blog post, the judge has reached the conclusion that the originator of the logo, which was registered by the plaintiff, transferred it to the community without charge and without any restrictions on its usage. This aligns with our consistent presentation of the logo. Giovanny is discussing concepts such as decentralization, freedom, and more, and then an individual cunningly registers the trademark for Bitcoin and notifies about third parties utilizing that mark.
Man, that is a slightly malicious, and I am glad that in this case, the judge, I believe the trial was held in Bilbao, ruled in favor of the community and the unrestricted use of the Bitcoin brand. I firmly believe that this is of utmost importance.
Javi, let's proceed with the Rankia Award for the Best Exchange in Portugal in 2024, which our colleague Jose has already prepared here.
Well, we are continuing to receive recognition, this time from Rankia, which, as you know, is a fund manager that offers a wealth of content and training. They acknowledge that we are also doing an exceptional job in Portugal, entering the market, complying with regulations, and reaching out to Portuguese investors who are interested in learning about or exploring the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So we also express our gratitude to the entire Rankia team, with whom we conduct webinars every 2 to 3 weeks, covering various topics. Their collaboration has been instrumental in helping us disseminate the significance of Bitcoin in the more conventional financial ecosystem. This is particularly valuable since Rankia was primarily associated with stock or bond financial products, funds, and so on. So opening the door to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and also supporting us in Portugal, well, it's appreciated, it's appreciated.
And ultimately, were we intending to proceed with the most optimal commission-free cryptocurrency exchange available on the platform, or with which one were we planning to go ahead?
Well, another fair award, correct? The best exchange surpassing others from important platforms that have highlighted that we offer more than 250 cryptocurrencies to purchase, to sell. It is a platform that offers you different services, as you already know, like staking, loans, BME Pro, the card, and in the end, you have all the tools you need, all the products you can look for as a user on Bit2Me, which has evolved the platform significantly. They wanted to express their gratitude by presenting us with this award as well, acknowledging our contributions to the industry and our commitment to providing exceptional services. So we are pleased, an award that is for you ultimately, because If it were not for all that feedback and all those comments and all that patience you have been demonstrating for years, being with us, attending events, sharing, assisting, and supporting so many individuals, undoubtedly we would not have been given an award or achieved this level of success that we have reached at this point in time.
All those resources, all those awards in one way or another help us reach better agreements to also dedicate those resources to the community, to improve services, to provide more utilities to our BM token. So all of this in one way or another is a benefit. It is also an expression of gratitude to the entire community, as you were saying, Javier.
Yes, definitely. So you are aware there is no new information at the moment. That is all for now. Miguel Angel, if you want, come up with us. You have the chance to close the program today. We sincerely hope that you found it interesting. If you'd like to give us a like, it would make us happy here in the comments section. If you'd like to provide us with feedback as well. And that is it, Miguel Angel. You can close the program if you wish, Giovanny, and we will see you once more in the future.
Well, so thanks a lot for giving me the opportunity once again for sharing with all of you. And we look forward to continuing to see you every month. That's a good sign that we continue to have news and work at BB, so let's go for it. So be it. Thanks. As Javi was stating, our goal is to gradually involve a portion of the community in participating, even if it's only for a few minutes in these types of live streams. Thanks to all of you, truly. We'll stay connected on social media, and we'll be attentive on Telegram. Don't forget BME feedback, and thank you. See you soon. Remember, on the 18th, we'll be with Niall on the special June 18th.
Well, as I mentioned, see you in the near future. It is already Thursday, correct? Have a fantastic weekend as it is just around the corner. And if you are planning your vacation, we will be here, but we will see you in the near future. Big hug and thank you very much. See you soon.